Hello everybody, welcome to another video. All right, so today I thought we'd do something a little bit different. We're going to do some body weight exercises, but they are chair-based exercises. So we're still going to be using the chair. We'll be just doing some seating and some standing exercises, and then we're also going to be doing some exercises with the squeezy ball as well. So if you have something similar to this that you can use, go ahead and grab that, and then we're going to be finally doing some balance exercises since we haven't done that in a little while. So if for any reason the level is not right for you, the body weight exercises are a little bit too much, I have lots and lots of other videos, strength training videos with the hand weights, the band, stretching videos, yoga, all of those things, cardio. Go ahead and check some of those out if that's a better workout for you. I just thought we'd mix it up a little bit today. We've got some vintage music. Of course, as always, please be sure that you have your water nearby, that you're staying hydrated before, during, and after your workout. Make sure you have your sturdy chair, no wheels, no armrests, not going to move or slide on you. You've cleared out your exercise areas free of any tripping hazards, and you're wearing sturdy, comfortable shoes, athletic shoes if you need to be doing that. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Of course, as always, if you need to slow down, take a break, or modify, please feel free to do that. So let's go ahead and start today. We're going to be standing behind the chair to begin with. So again, we're going to start with some body weight exercises. So take it at your own pace, take it at your own level. I'm just going to do a couple of quick stretches for you here. Again, I have, in fact, the last video I did was a stretching video, so feel free to check that out if you haven't yet. And as always, please follow and subscribe on YouTube, click the notification bell, like and comment, and same thing on the Facebook page. Make sure you're subscribed, like and comment, and then we'll get these videos out to more people. Let's go ahead and do some hula hoop circles here. Let's see if we can skip this commercial. Keep going. Nope, it's going to skip on its own. All right, go ahead and keep going on your hula hoop circles and change direction. Well, that didn't work. All right, keep going. Let me see what's going on. Oh, that didn't work out. All right, I'm going to keep going, everybody. I'm going to switch this because I thought that this was a very long music video, and is not. So I'm going to go back to something else. Keep going, keep stretching. Here we go. We're going to do this one instead. All right. I thought it was a long one, and I made the mistake, and it was a short one. It was only a 2.5 minutes, so. All right, so last one, we're gonna go ahead and just do our downward dog stretch. Take a great big step back, both feet. Let's just stretch the back out, stretch the back of the legs out. And then slow step back in. All right, go ahead and roll the shoulders front to back. Okay, so our very first one is chair push-ups. So this is a little bit harder. If you've done wall push-ups before, this is going to be a little bit harder because you're going to be lower than you were before. Not as hard as doing a push-up down on the floor, but because we have to have a narrower hand position, we're going to have more tricep back of the arms involved. So first thing you're going to do is just take a small step back. Let's start with not going too far back, just to get used to it, all right? Now, if you feel like your chair is going to move or slide, if you have a wooden floor or a slick floor, please go ahead and push it up against a wall, the seat of it, so that it's not going anywhere on you when you put pressure on it, all right? So the very first thing we're going to do is what's called a scapular retraction. So you're going to keep the arms straight, and you're going to pull your shoulder blades together. Now, I know that you can't really see this on me, but you're pulling your shoulder blades in towards each other on your upper back, all right? And release that out. So we're just getting everything warmed up through this back and shoulders. Again, you're going to pull them back. We're not doing a push-up yet. You're just pulling those shoulder blades in towards each other. and release that out. Let's do that again. Now remember to keep breathing. Don't hold the breath. Pull those shoulder blades in towards each other. Release that out. Good. Let's do one more of those. In towards each other and release that out. All right, I almost started to do a push-up there. Try not to bend the elbows too much on that one. Now, I know this can also be hard on the wrist. So again, if you need to modify doing a wall push-up, or if you need to just bypass this one, go ahead and do so. You're going to take a little bit step further back, not too much, and shift your weight forward slightly. So you can lift those heels up, and now bend the elbows, and as you come back up, shove the chair away from you. Now, I don't mean literally. I don't mean push the chair across the floor. What I mean is you're pushing the object away from you, and that's going to help you to feel the pecs more. Push it away. Bend and push it away. And again, make sure that chair is not going to slide out from under you. If you need to shove it, the seat of it up against a wall, go ahead and do that. And you control the range of motion. Now, the further you can get down, the more you're going to feel those pectorals, but partials are always fine. And again, remember that it's more challenging because we've got the narrower hand position. Keep breathing through it. Good. Just two more. You're really getting that upper body working there. Nice, strong core. All right, let's go ahead and step in for a second, shake that out. All right, we're just gonna do some basic squats here. So go ahead and step out. You always have the chair there for support if you need it for balance. And we're just gonna go down and up. So as usual, as you come down, you're gonna stick your bum out behind you. Make sure that you're not, we don't wanna tuck under. You wanna stick your bum out, but keep the chest lifted up. We don't want to drop the torso way far forward. Sit back in the heels and squeeze the glutes on the way up. Stay in comfortable range of motion for your joints. And make sure as you squat that the knees don't come down. I'm going to go ahead and just move the chair for a moment. You can keep yours there. Now we're going to take up the tempo a little bit. Pulse. Pulse. So check your form. A lot of times people will shift to one side or the other. Make sure that you're not doing that. Check in the mirror or check on the camera. Or if you have somebody there with you, make sure that you're not scooting over to one side or the other. Now, I'm exaggerating, but I see it a lot. Keep the chest up, shoulders back. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, great job. Go ahead and shake those legs out. Okay, so our next one is doing a high plank with the rotation. So again, if this is too much on your wrists and you want to skip this one or you want to modify it, please go ahead and do that as you need to. You're going to go into a similar position that you did for your push-ups. So we're going to come out here. We're going to lift those heels up. Now, the goal on this one is feeling a little bit more in here. So if you can, come all the way up onto your tiptoes. Keep the arms mostly straight. We're letting those abs hold you there. Now you're going to move one hand to the center, rotate, and reach. See if you can hold there, and you're really going to feel that oblique working, that lower oblique. Come back down, and we're going to switch sides. The other hand is in the center, and rotate. Now keep shifting forward so you're still up on your toes if you can. And come back down to center. All right, let's do each side one more time. So moving the hand to center, rotate, come back to center, good, other side, nice, and come back to center. Just come right here and hold again, staying up on the toes as much as you can, engaging those abs. We'll do a little bit more abs later, so don't worry. All right, go ahead and step back, shake out those legs, shake out those arms. We're gonna come around to the side of the chair and do a few lunges. Now, of course, as always, stay in your own comfortable range of motion for your knees. You're doing a split stance this time, 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. Toes of both feet are pointing forward, chest is up, shoulders are back. Drop that back knee down towards the floor, and weight is in your front heel. We want to keep that front knee behind the second toe. Down and lift. Now, if you feel okay with your balance and you don't need the chair, you don't have to use it. If you need it, go ahead and use it. If not, you can just do a little rotation there. Just make it fancy if you want. Good. Remember to use those glutes. Your glutes are your power. Now again, we're going to pulse. So I'm going to take the arm rotation out of it, and we're just going to focus on that lower body. So we're really going to make it more intense here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. All right, shake those legs out. We have to do the other side. So go ahead and come around. Make sure that you are switching sides, that you have the other leg in front. Toes of both feet lined up to the front. That back heel is lifted up. Remember, you don't have to press that back heel down. Lift that back heel up. Now drop that back knee down towards the ground. Front knee stays behind the toes. Check your alignment. Good. Glutes engaged, abs engaged, chest is lifted up. Again, if you want to make it a little fancy with the rotations. One more like that. All right, we're going to take out the rotations and double up that tempo. So we're pulsing. Squeeze those glutes, drop that back knee down towards the floor. Down. Keep breathing through it. Almost there. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, go ahead and shake those legs out. All right, now here's a couple of fun little ones that you can do. These are completely optional. I'm going to have you take your chair and do an upright row with it. So you're just right here and down. Now this might be kind of easy. If it is, you can do one side at a time. You can come more out to the side if you prefer to. We did this in class the other day with one of those hurdles. Have you ever seen those? We did a lateral raise with that. So if this is still too easy and you want to come out to the side, you can, but this is the hardest version. All right, so you've got all these options. If you're doing singles, go ahead and switch. Start with, you can see all the tags in the bottom of my chair that I never took off. All right, next level up, single. Next level, out to the side. And hardest level of all, lateral raise with your chair. Of course, it's going to depend on your chair, what it's made of, how heavy it is. I know this is a silly one. But especially that lateral raise, it can be quite effective. Good, last one. Okay, let's go ahead and open up that chair again, and we're going to do some bench steps with it. So again, if you feel like your chair is going to slide, this time you want to put the back of the chair up against the wall because we are going to be coming off the front. So first thing is just sitting on your chair, and then you're going to grip the seat of your chair, kind of at the front corners if you can, scoot off the front of it, and you're doing these guys. Now this is a challenge one, so again, if this is too challenging, you prefer to skip this one, please feel free. Either pause it or fast forward it, or modify. Partials are okay. Make sure that you keep the chest lifted up, torso lifted up. These are challenging. Keep those feet right under the knees. Last one. All right, good. Go ahead and have a seat. Let's have a water break real quick. Okay, so next one we're going to do is some sit-ups right here in the chair. I've done these in a lot of our videos. We're going to do a couple of ab things here before we move on. So sitting up super tall, fingers up by the ears, lean back, and we're going to go ahead and go into the most challenging variation with the knee lift and the rotation. Now, if this feels like a lot, please feel free to just do the upper body part of it. Keep the feet down. If you want to just do the upper body part of it with the rotation, because we're going to do the lower abdominal part of it in the second exercise. Keep breathing through it. Make sure that you're not holding your breath. Actually, we're going to do this in 3 parts. So, this is part 1. Last set, or last rep. All right. So let's take a little break here for a moment. Catch the breath. Stay in the front part of your chair, and then second part, I would like for you to hang on to the bottom of your chair. Keep your back lengthened, sit up super tall, lean back, and we're going to do our tiptoe march. Please do hold on to your chair, and then I want you to think about using your abs to lift your legs. Now you can make a bigger movement if you want to. You're going to get some hip flexors in here too, that's okay. Breathe through it, don't hold the breath. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Go ahead and catch your breath again. Big inhale, big exhale. Part 3 is going to be the isometric hold, all right? So for this one, we're just going to lean back. Fingers up here if you want, or just right here if you prefer, okay? You always have the option to modify these. Lean back and hold. So you're not resting against the back of your chair. You should feel those abdominals working. This time we're just going to come up onto the tiptoes. Hold there. If you want even more challenge, go ahead and reach up to the ceiling. Look up towards your fingers. And relax. All right, that is part 1. Hydrate if you need to. We're going to go ahead and grab the ball and do some squeezy ball exercises. Okay, so very first one is going to be our grip strength exercise. All right, this is just basically, if you don't have like a silver sneakers ball or a silver and fit ball, they're basically little kids play balls you can buy in the toy department if you don't have one, or if you have anything similar that's full of air or even foam, anything that you can squish a little bit. Now some of them that I bought for my class ended up being really, really firm. This one's got some squish to it because I've been using it for a while now. So I'm pressing with all 10 fingers. If you have any joint pain and you can't press as hard, just do what you can. So we're trying to go for the grip strength here. Do the best you can. Make sure you're relaxing the shoulders down. Go ahead and double time that. So it's going to get even more intense. All 10 fingers pressing in. Now slow it down again. And if you can, squeeze even harder. Really focus on fingers, hand, wrist, and forearm strength here. All right? I'm going to add a little march to it just for variety. But your main focus here is really squeezing with those hands and fingers. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Good. 4, 3, 2. We're going to keep the march going. We're going to switch to the chest press. Squeeze, keep going. Let me see if I can skip. No, can't skip that, Ed. Sorry about that. Keep squeezing. So we're working on pectorals for this one. We want the elbows down. We want the shoulders down. And we're working on those chest muscles, all right? Pressing in with the heels of the hands. Squeeze. Are you gonna go? Yeah, you're gonna go. All right. 4, 3, 2. All right, I'd like for you to keep the march going. We're gonna do our hand-eye coordination one, so keep your march going. You're just going to have it in one hand and see if you can toss and catch with just that hand. So you're doing all these 2 things at the same time, the march, the toss and catch. And the extra challenge is you're going to close one eye. See if you can keep doing it. Going to take that eye out of there, make it even harder without the depth perception. Open that eye, close the other eye. Again, that depth perception challenge. Now you're going to open that eye, and we're going to do the same thing with the other hand. Keep that march going. Just toss and catch. Now close one eye. Extra challenge. All right, open that eye, close the other eye. Toss and catch. 3, 2, 1. All right, you can go ahead and stop the march. We're going to do our figure eights. Go as fast as you can around the legs, figure eights. Change direction, which is the hardest part for most people. Change direction again. Change direction one more time. All right, so let's go ahead and do an inner thigh one. We're going to scoot all the way back in the chair, put the ball down between the feet. Now, if you have shoes on, this is going to be a little easier for you. It's going to give you a little bit more stability. What I'd like you to do is hold the bottom of your chair, bring that ball up. So you're going to squeeze it between the feet. Now, this is going to go all the way up to inner thigh, pelvic floor, which is what we're going for here. Squeeze. Woo! Big squeeze there. Now, if you have any trouble with this putting pressure on the knees, you can always go back to the one where it's right above your knees instead of being between the feet. If you need to make that modification, feel free to do that if this feels like a little bit too much. Let's see if we can roll the ball a little bit. That's going to be a challenge. Ooh. One more. All right, so recenter your ball, and then we're going to do our quadricep lift. So you're going to grab it and hold. Make sure you're still hanging on to the seat of your chair, and we're going to flex those muscles on the front of the thighs. Lift, lift, lift. Yep, a little bit higher. Good. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, go ahead and move forward in your chair again. This time we're going to put the ball right above the knees, and we're going to be doing either stand up, sit down, or if you need to do the modification, half squats. All right, so I'll show you first. Let me scoot back a little bit. You're going to squeeze and hold that ball super tight, and then come all the way up if you can. All right, I'm going to show you both variations of it. I know it's cutting off the top of my head. So if this is okay with your knees, you're going to come back down to a light tap. If you would like the modification, you're going to stay in the high position. The ball is still there. Knees are still aligned, toes are still aligned, but you're going to do the half squat. Now you'll notice I'm doing the pulsing, and I'm also sitting back in the heels. Good. So that's your modification. Again, if you're good with coming all the way down, all the way up. Very functional exercise. One more like that, and then again, if you need the modification, pulse it in pain-free range of motion for your own body. 4, 3, 2. I'd like you to stay in the standing position. Readjust your ball if you need to. Heels up and down. Up and down. Good. Up and down. 2 more times. All right, great job. Go ahead and come all the way back down. You still got that ball squeezing, and we're just going to extend one leg, hold, squeeze that quadricep, bring it down. Other leg, squeeze that quadricep, bring it down. Alternating sides, full extension out. Put the hand over the muscle if you need to feel it contracting. One more. All right, so one more exercise with the ball. We're going to do a little dexterity exercise. So you're going to move forward in your chair. We're going to be walking this ball all the way around the waist with the fingertips. So you're going to start in the front over your belly button using just your fingertips. Walk that ball around your body as fast as you can. All right? Fingertip dexterity there. A little bit of proprioception too. Change direction. Good. 2 more times. Try not to cheat it. I know we kind of don't want to get in a rush there, but all right, great work. Come back to the front. Go ahead and put that ball aside. Hydrate if you haven't yet, and we're going to do a couple of balance exercises. All right, so these are standing, and we're going to start on this side of the chair, but it doesn't matter because we're going to be doing both sides. So first thing you're going to do is shift the weight over to the inside leg. Now, of course, remember, as always, your center of gravity is also shifting. So as soon as you stand on one leg, you're not here for your center of gravity. You're on that standing leg, that standing side. So shoulder, hip, knee, ankle. Just making that mental shift will help you balance more. We're going to start with some glute raises. All right, so we are standing on one foot. See if you can balance, but that chair is there for you if you need it. Or if you feel like you need to push it up against a wall, please go ahead and do so. Right now we're squeezing that glute and hamstring of that outside leg as we're getting that balance challenge. Now from here, we're going to rotate that leg around. And these are not just the warm-up circles. These are actively contracting that outer hip, outer glute. So again, if you need to put your hand there, go ahead and keep going. There it goes. Keep going. Put your hand there if you need to feel those muscles working. Let's go the other direction. I find putting the hand there, it really helps you feel if those muscles are contracting. All right, so we are going to do our drinking bird. So if you want a slight little bend on the standing leg, it's up to you if that feels more comfortable. You're going to be reaching the outside hand towards the toes of the inside foot. Come as far down as you can. Chair is there if you need it. Come all the way back up. Bring the knee up. Good. Again. Front down as far as you can. Stretch that other leg, that outside leg back behind you. Come all the way up. Bring the knee up. One more time. And big reach up, back to vertical. All right, go ahead and step down. We're going to go into heel toe with the outside foot in front. One or both hands into center. So once you feel like you're somewhat balanced, and I know this is more challenging because the narrower stance, try closing both eyes. Now, if that feels really uncomfortable for you, go ahead and open the eyes right away if you need to. Use the chair if you need to. All right, everybody go ahead and open the eyes, and we're just going to add that rotation in. We're just going to do one set of these. Turn as far as you can, looking over the shoulder. Now, you might find that throws you off balance. Chair if you need it. Come back to center. Oh, obviously I need it. And we're going in towards the chair, but again, we're just going to turn slowly. Rotate as far as we can. Look over that shoulder. And come back to center. All right, shake out those legs and feet. Let's move around to the other side of the chair. All right, so again, we're going to shift the weight to the inside leg. So remember, center of gravity is over here now. Make that mental shift from center over here, shoulder, hip, knee, ankle. Let's start with the glute lift. Again, we're contracting that big glute muscle and the hamstring below it. So if you need to put the hand there so you can feel it working, go ahead. If you're doing great with your balance, you can let go of your chair. Make sure the torso stays up nice and tall. All right, right, let's do those circles. So again, we're going to take these slowly. This is not the joint warm-up. This is contracting those outer glute stabilizers, outer thigh muscles. So again, hand on the muscle will help to feel them working. Good. One more that way. Okay, let's go the other way. And we got a commercial, so keep going. Let me get rid of that. Keep going. Nice. One more. All right, so go ahead and bring that foot down. Heel toe position with the outside foot in front. Again, chair if you need it. One or both hands into center. We're going to start with closing the eyes, both eyes. Again, if you need to open the eyes, please go ahead and do so if it makes you feel in any way uncomfortable, dizzy, lightheaded, claustrophobic, or anything. Please just open the eyes. Breathing. All right, everybody go ahead and open your eyes. We're going to do our rotation away from the chair. Really, really turn. Look over that shoulder. If it throws you off balance, just use the chair for balance. You can always step back into a wider stance if you need to. A narrower stance is more challenging, so you can always step back out of it if you need to. Nice. All right, great job. Go ahead and shake out those legs, and let's do some stretches here. So again, I'm going to do our downward dog stretch. So again, I'm just going to do a couple of stretches to finish off with. Please feel free either today or throughout your week. Check out some of those other videos. Make sure that you're doing your stretching and your cardio as well as your strength training. Let's do our downward dog stretch. This is just an awesome stretch. I'm going to turn to the side. I know every trainer has their favorite stretch, but I love this one. It's just stretching your back, your shoulders, your hamstrings, your calves. So you're really focusing on lengthening that body out. All right, slowly step back in, come all the way up, and we're going to grab the hands together behind the back, rotate the shoulders back, just gently lift here, and then ear to shoulder. Again, stay in your own comfortable range of motion. Other side, breathing through it. And down to center, chin towards the collarbone. Again, comfortable range of motion. If it's too much with the hands behind your back, release that out. All right, let's go ahead and do a great big stretch up. Reach the fingers toward the ceiling, and then you're going to lean to one side. And then you're going to lean to the other side. Come back to center. Now, eyes up, chin up as we forward fold. So make sure the head stays above the heart, but come down to a comfortable stretch for your hamstrings. And again, please take the time to do complete stretching at some point during your week. And sway a little bit if you want to. All those components are important. The strength training, the cardio, the stretching, the flexibility, the meditation. Those are all important parts. All right, very slowly rolling up one vertebrae at a time. Back and down, and it is time for our final stretch. Step out to about hip width. Inhale as you reach up. Exhale, open out, open through the chest. Let's do that one more time. Good. Awesome job, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I know this one ended up being little tiny bit longer than I planned, but I wanted to make sure I got all of those different components in there. So I hope you enjoyed. Again, please give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Feel free to leave a comment, like, subscribe. For YouTube, hit that notification bell so you get all the uploads, and I will keep doing them as often as possible and try to mix it up and give you some variety as much as possible. And I hope you're having an awesome day. Have a great rest of your day. Remember to stay hydrated, so drinking some water now and throughout the day, and stay safe, stay healthy, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.